Alrighty, hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Behind the Screen. I hope you're all doing well. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. We got some shit to prep today. I'm super excited. If you haven't watched last week's episode, go watch it. But spoiler warning ahead for things that we'll be discussing tonight. There's not much as far as like battle map prepping and things that I need to do tonight. A lot of it's probably just going to be just some world building, just kind of more some consequences and things along those lines as to what's going on while the party's gone in the dream and whatnot. So last week the party managed to find their way to Lord Walden, who is the curator of dreams. He is kind of the ruler of this separate plane, this mirror plane of existence that is called the dream. The players are in there at the moment. They were trying to get two of the party members out. Knock and Wisp decided to fall asleep, and they transitioned into the dream. And so Vodder and Kimura came after them shortly after. So they met Lord Walden, who is a little bit different, maybe to what the party might have been expecting, if they're paying attention to some of the lore items and whatnot. So Walden is kind of, my thinking was, Lord Walden is pretty tired of ruling over his dream. He just wants to eat, drink, and be merry. Essentially, he's always drunk. And he doesn't care for the people within the dream, not anymore at least. It was kind of inferred that he used to, but that has since changed. The party then essentially triggered an encounter with him, so they're going to be fighting him. So we've got that prepped. We did that last week in our last episode, so we're all ready for that. That's right here. We've got this fight here. I don't know how difficult this fight's gonna be for the party. It's not necessarily meant to be a difficult party or a difficult encounter anyway. It's more about can they figure out what's going on, or the consequences thereafter, and things like that. So I'm just gonna pull up their HP values right now. Vodder got hit with a like a gazing eye of a Nothic last week, so he is not looking super well. So Vodder is about half HP. Nog seems to be doing pretty good. Wisp was doing pretty good, and Kimura is doing pretty good. So Vodder needs to be careful. It was inferred, and we decided last week, if one of the party members dies, they go to Pandemonium, which is a different what's the word I'm thinking for? Plane of existence. Which in Vedranis world, the homebrew world, is a second layer of the dream. And so it'd be very difficult to get out if they could. So just something to keep in mind as we go about this. So I'm not going to spend too much time on the encounter, because we already prepped all that. If you want to see more of the encounter prep and whatnot and what I was thinking, I'd definitely check out the previous episode. So what we'll do is let's look at my to-do list. So our to-do list would be finalize the encounter, or the after the encounter, essentially what happens after the encounter. I have some ideas of what I want there. The consequences of the fight, warpstone rules, how to destroy it, is something we need to try to figure out. Maybe some more time passage stuff how long has it been since they've been gone? We kind of decided I've kind of changed what I want to maybe do. It might not change that much, but we'll have some idea. I have some ideas, and then just some world building if time allows. So that's kind of our kind of go-to at the moment, what we're kind of thinking about doing. So what I want, I've just copied this over from my last session notes, which is this. So we don't need to worry about the encounter. Like I said, we know what we're doing. We know what's going on there. We'll just go with it. After the encounter is what I want to focus on. After the go with the count, it doesn't matter. So something I'm going to do differently as far as the encounter goes is Walden will not die at the end of the encounter. The party will have to consciously, that is not how you spell that word, consciously choose, I'll change that in a second, choose to execute him essentially. And there's a reason for that. So I've tried to imply to the party about the warp stone that it's a dangerous thing. They're not to be trifled with. They have immense power, yada, yada, yada. So I want to kind of forewarn the players if they defeat Walden, which we've decided, you know, prior to this, if they defeat Walden, it destroys the dream. Walden is essentially keeping the dream afloat, in conjunction with the power of the warp stone. But it's mainly him holding it at, you know, he's holding the warp stone at bay because he is a pretty powerful wizard. But he is what is keeping the dream together. So if they destroy him, they destroy the dream, but they do not destroy the warp stone. So the warp stone persists and goes back into the material plane, which has some dire consequences. Essentially what we've decided is everybody within the dream that is awoken outside of the dream is met with the full force of the warp stone. So I want to go back to my notes but I don't know. Yeah, so this is where the warp stone is a DC 13 or they get warp touch disease. That's still a thing. That's going to be, I'm just going to update this once the dream is destroyed. And so what I want is the party to have to make a serious decision, a moral choice, a moral decision. And that decision is, need to make a decision. Kill Walden and destroy the dream. Or stay within the dream and find a way to destroy the warp stone. Walden knows, I'm going to say Walden knows what will happen to those who reside within the dream. Walden knows what will happen to those who reside within the dream, which is they go insane, fail the warp touch DC. Everybody who is within the dream except for the party will fail, and they will get, you know, warp touch disease, which they will turn into crazy abominations. Essentially, they'll create a zombie apocalypse. Is kind of the thought on that. Is if the party destroys Walden, they will essentially create a zombie apocalypse type thing within Rick and Roll, which I think is interesting. We'll see how it goes. Or they can reside within the dream to try and destroy the warp stone properly, which they'll have to figure out what to do with Walden, because Walden doesn't want the dream destroyed. He doesn't want to live within Vedranis. He hates Vedranis. That's why he created the dream in the first place, is to get out of Vedranis proper and all the darkness and despair that is Vedranis. So So that's finalizing that encounter. So essentially, he'll be stuck at 1 HP, and the fighting will stop, and he'll, you know, Walden will tell him to stop. Look at what you're doing. If you do this, you will certainly destroy this dream and everyone within it. That might be what he says, is something like that. He doesn't know exactly what happens, but he knows what probably will happen. So that's going to be a very interesting moral and conscious decision that the players will have to make, which I'm really excited to see. I think honestly they'll probably stick within the dream, which will be interesting. So we need to come up with again the consequences of the fight, which we've kind of done. The consequences of the fight are either remaining stuck within the dream or condemning thousands of people to insanity and whatnot, and potentially themselves. So when they destroy the dream, once they come out of the dream, they will have to make that DC as well. So there you go. I'm talking a lot already, and my already need a drink of water. So what we need to do is figure out how to destroy a warp stone, which is going to be pretty big. I want it to be intense because the warp stones have a huge effect on the world. They're very intrinsically tied within Vedranis itself. So we need to figure out what the heck is going on. So let me pull up my PDFs here real quick. I've been talking so much recently. I just got done role-playing on WildRP, where it was a lot of Tavish, my character, talking. I'm so tired already. Well, this one. We also need their handbooks. Oh, I never remember where exactly I put my stuff. Maybe it is under Brew. Yeah, Book of Beautiful Curse. Here we go. Okay. So let me actually move this over here so you can see it. Let's see. Warpstone intensity, warp touch. This is where so they can start getting mutations and whatnot if they don't get this taken care of. I know how to like heal warp touch disease. Which will tie back potentially into Old Croak Market and the Kyrogen and whatnot. This is Warp Spawn. This is what you turn into. It's terrifyingly gross. I need to maybe change some of the stats so they're not so difficult, because there will be a lot of them. But this is, you know, something to keep in mind. These are a bunch of aberrations that we could throw at them in the meantime until we figure out what we're doing. Some of them are pretty nasty. Some of them are really cool. Ooh, I like this thing. This is super cool. So anyway, yeah, we could even put lycanthropy. Would be interesting to put that in there if we need to. So I'm gonna try to Google warp stones in general. Warp stones are a Warhammer type thing. So let's see if we can figure out how to figure out how to destroy a warp stone. That's going to be a big thing. So I'm just kind of pulling up like the wiki for Warhammer. Is this might have what we need. Sorry, I might be a little quiet while I'm just kind of reading destroy. Oh, that's not Yo, this is such a cool cursor for this. What the fuck? Doesn't have anything, it doesn't look like. Sort of the sense. Targeted by witch hunters. Oh, hello, Django. What did we do to get your presents, kitty cat? There's not much, to be perfectly honest. Let's look at the overview. So powdered warpstone, so it sounds like it can be refined and you know, destroyed if you can powder it. And we did say that it was a shard had been taken off by Adrid, so I mean he was able to break off a piece of it at least. Unrefined warpstone is highly toxic to all living things. Prolonged exposure to the substance will lead to madness, mutation, and eventual death. Prolonged consumption produces an addiction much greater than any other natural drug. So we're not really getting exactly what we want, unfortunately. We might just have to create something, to be perfectly honest. This isn't terrible. Looking at one more other thing. I'm looking at a blog or something. There is another option that I'm thinking about now. Which would also have a pretty profound impact on certain things. So what the other choice, Walden can be reasoned with and will be willing to negotiate for his life and the warpstone. So that might be the best case option for the players is, you know, if the players can't figure out a way to destroy the warpstone, because I feel like destroying warpstone would be very difficult, and it's going to be a quest within it. I want it to be like a big quest within itself, so I don't know if I want to necessarily have a reason, or I don't want to give them the know-how to do it. They can try certain things, but it could also be very dangerous, and I will hint to that at the players. If the players question as to how to destroy the warpstone, Walden will say only Leovold, who's another character. Is it Leovold? I think it's Leovold. The Craven knows how to accomplish this, which makes sense because he's kind of a big bad guy. He resides within the castle. Along with Prince Yurik, who is the leader of Vedranis, was. I think that is a pretty interesting way to go about it. I do want to still come up with some rules. Destroying a warp stone, and we can put this in another place as well, so I can use it for later. Destroying a warp stone is very dangerous and very dangerous and very difficult. If not done perfectly and precisely, it could lead to major death and destruction miles from the origin point. Essentially, if you try and fail to destroy a warp zone, it's like a nuclear bomb goes off. It's pretty dangerous. So Evil the Craven is said to be one of the only people to have successfully destroyed a warp stone. Let me just double check and make sure it is Leovold. There's Lord Walden. Hi. Yeah, Leovold. Okay, cool. I like that. I think that'll work for now. Let's see. If the players try, I mean, there's a potential, chat, that if they try to destroy the warp stone with just their mundane weapons and things like that, we could see a player character death. There is that chance. I would heavily hint towards the players that this is the case, but you know, some of the characters might just be too stubborn. What I would want is essentially to have it do a spell. And I know this might be an insane spell, but I'm thinking Power Word Death might be, or like Disintegrate probably. Disintegrate. I think that's how you spell Disintegrate, right? No. This. Disintegrate. One action. Okay. A thin green ray springs from your finger. It's funny that it's green. The target can be a creature, an object, or a creation of magic force, such as a wall. A creature targeted by the spell must make a dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 10d6 plus 40 force damage. The target is disintegrated if the damage leaves it with 0 hit points. A disintegrated creature and everything it's wearing and carrying except magic items are reduced to a pile of fine gray dust. The creature can be restored to life only by means of a true resurrection or a wish spell. The spell automatically disintegrates a large or smaller non-magic object or creation magic force. Okay. I like that. Like, hopefully my players aren't that stupid. If struck, the warp stone flashes out. And attacks. Hello, Finn. Hello, how are you? If struck, the warp stone lashes out and attacks the person or object. Not bad, just stomping Overwatch? Hell yeah, that's what I like to hear. Let's say... I hope that if I will give them one chance. If my players say, I strike it, it'll lash out, it won't do anything. If my players are dumb and try to do it again, that's when it will lash out. And I think it's just twice in general. It's not twice by the same person, it's just twice in general. DC... God. What... I'm thinking DC 17, to be perfectly honest. I know that's insane, but... You don't fuck with warp stones, Chad. You just don't. That won't be too bad. Well, I mean, it might be too bad. If they get killed by the warp stone, they do not get transferred to Pandemonium. If killed... I don't need to put that. Like, I'll just know that. Because, goodness, I'm tired. I'm gonna put these rules, somewhere else. So, yeah, okay. So, Walden did lie to the players. Nobody rolled an insight check to see if Walden was lying. Walden can get them out of the dream. He can totally do it. It's totally within his power to do so. He just lied to the players, and none of the players rolled insight checks to see if he was lying. So Lord Walden told them, no, I can't even get out of the dream or whatever, you know. So I think he'll tell them that now. You know, he'll say he lied and all that stuff to do that. I think that'll be all right. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I can't really see anywhere else that the players might decide to go. Either they'll be stuck within the dream. Well, either they'll be stuck within the dream, gotta figure something out. They will kill Lord Walden and fuck over everybody, or they will be able to get out of the dream and leave the warp stone or try to find a way to destroy it. I'm anxious to see if that happens, what they decide to do. They could come back and try to exact revenge on Walden, and try to destroy the warp stone when they know, you know. So okay, done / pending. We're cruising tonight, chat. Time passage. So we need to figure out how much time has passed. I think we put it somewhere. 6 days from session 5. So what I'm thinking, and the way I changed what I was thinking about this is, it was just going to be equal to how long the players had been in there, but they've only been in there for a few hours, and it's been pretty ambiguous about how long they have been in there. So each session is going to be a new day. So it was 6 days. I'm going to consider this the 6th day as well, because this was too much tide, and they were still there. Yeah, so we'll say 7 days. So what I need to do is roll another encounter for Calder. And it's on a 19 or 20 that something happens. So nothing happens to Calder. So we're all right there. Because, yeah, the party went 1, 2, 3. No, 1, 2. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now they're within the dream, so 7. They've been gone for 7 days. Something we do need to figure out is how long, if they come out of the dream and go back to Hallow, how long it's been, because Hallow is different. So let's do that. Let's do returning to Hallow. Time warp. Time warp. So what we need to do, go to my rules. Let's go to my time warp rules. Should be somewhere. There we go. Time warp rule. So I roll a d20, and we compare it to the. So 6. Compare it to this table. 3 to 6 hours become minutes. Okay. Hours become minutes. So let's say, they're here. That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So a minimum of 11 days that they'll be gone. Minimum 11 days. Rolled 6 and hours to minutes, right? Yeah, hours to minutes. So 11 days to hours. 264 hours. So that would be 264 minutes. So let's change this to hours, 264 hours equals how many minutes? It's not what I wanted, actually. 264 minutes is 4 hours. Okay. Four hours gone. So that's going to potentially be a rude awakening for the players. They're gone a minimum of 11 days, and they go back to Hallow. They will only have been gone for a minimum of 4 hours. So that'll be interesting for the players to be like, wait, what the fuck happened? Who? Where? Be pretty interested in that, so. Okay. Time passage is done. So we are cruising through what I needed to get done. I knew there wasn't going to be a whole heck of a lot that I needed to get done. So what we can do is spend a little bit of time on world building. Which I'm trying to even think of what I can do. There might not be a whole heck of a lot because I can't really think properly of what exactly needs doing. Look back through my previous notes. Oh, we do need to do a couple things. We do need to pick some of this and give it to ACN for our background. Once a respected man of nobility in Vedranis. But only for selfish means. Lord Walden now resides within the dream. A mere plane created by Lord Walden himself. There he eats and drinks, heart's content, and forgets and neglects the worries of the world. I like that. So we'll get that to ACN. And she will get it all proofread and whatnot. Proofread, but this is for to be. All right. Things here. Itoki. So we got that. Give me a second. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what else to do, honestly. What we can do is, as told, oh my god, oh, we can change that. One of the only successful one of the only ones to have successfully destroyed a warp stone. There we go. I don't really have like a picture for Leovold at the moment. Leovold is an alchemist. He's an alchemist. May also have knowledge on the Emerald Tablet, which is something that Calder will be looking for. So that's exciting. Okay. The Betrayer Prince. We got Lord Walden. Yeah, I'm just even trying to think of what else we can do. I need like a bigger to-do list. I guess we have this to-do list. This is done. Obviously. We can row. All of this is done. We can work on some NPCs. Work on Old Croak Market, One Note Cleanup, and create stats for enemies. I think honestly all this is like pretty much good. Yeah, there are a couple NPCs I want to kind of work on. Oh, these guys were cool. The 7 devotees, the 7 devotees, the Hierophants of Annihilation. I want to create these bodaks and start like filtering them in somewhere. So, but that might be for like a next session. If the players get back to Hallow and whatnot, like to maybe push them. So I guess that's another thing we can continue to work on is what happens when they get back to Hallow. Upon returning to Hallow, what else is going on? So if it's only a few minutes or a few hours, townsfolk mainly Lorne and Duxon will question the party about their goings on, confused by what they confused by how long they were gone. If they return to Hallow, I guess that's a good point. If they return to Hallow, I think we will do a level up. Because I'll probably do a long rest. Level up. So the level up to 4, we're doing, what's it called? We're doing Milestone. So what we can actually do, let me pull up long rest rules and see what we can do. It might be down here. A long rest. So eventually everyone wants to come home. Home is where the heart is, a place to put your feet up, reflect on your recent adventures, and prepare for the adventures yet to come. This chapter defines the long rest periods and activities you might pursue during your downtime. A long rest is a period of extended downtime, at least 1 week long, in which your character performs downtime activities and pursues their own interests. This is your life between adventures, a chance to slow down, explore the setting, and mingle with NPCs in relative safety. Follow the 6 steps for each week of rest. So, sell loot, choose a lifestyle. I don't think we'll have to worry about that. I mean, if the players want to move out of the Sentinel's Rest, they can. Choose primary activity, which we can, I think is there. Hear rumors, perform secondary activities, and settle up. So they can do all of this stuff during a week. So they can sell their shit, get some money, which I don't know if they had. Obviously, they're living the comfortable lifestyle, which is 15 gold per week. Hear 3 rumors. During a long rest, the party picks up 3 interesting rumors as they go about their business. Adventure hooks, plot developments, and even misinformation. Interesting. This is a good opportunity to flesh out the world a little, advance the agendas of some NPCs and factions, and show some reactions to the party's past adventures. So what we can do is we can do rumors. I like the rumors idea. Yo, Derek, thank you for the raid, bro. Hello, everybody. Hello, Bryn. How's everybody doing? Derek, how was your stream, bro? I dropped something. Everybody. Hi, D&D Dad. Oh, God. People have started calling Tavish Daddy. And I'm not okay with it. So there you go. So there you go. So we can do rumors, 2 secondary activities, which is they can meet someone, trade gear, investigate a rumor, which they hear, or update their financial commitments. That would be interesting. I think mostly what they do is meet someone, trade gear, and investigate a rumor. It was a good stream, Frizzle Life. I was gonna ask. Interesting developments. Better than Tatty? Oh, God. Jesus Christ. I never want to hear that phrase from anybody. And then, as we're getting back into it, settle up. At the end of your week, settle up your debts and reap any rewards from your primary activity. Check to see if any of your long-term wounds or injuries have healed, and start preparing for your next adventure. Okay, so what are the primary activities? Tavish and Walter are overdue for a conversation. I agree, we have some shit to talk about, bro. Ugh. Are these the primary things? No, they're not. Pick a primary activity, here we go. During your long rest, you'll have time to pursue a primary interest. This is the main focus of your week, and something you spend roughly half of each day on, leaving a quarter day for sleep and a quarter for miscellaneous activity, shopping, eating, basic socializing, etc. You only have time to perform 1 primary activity per week. This is your primary focus for the days ahead. I miss Taddy. He had a nice ass. Oh my God, you guys. Stat. Work for coin, work for renown, spread rumors, find a rare merchant, sell an exotic item, craft an item, learn a tool, research, training, carouse and socialize, rest and relaxation, volunteer work, criminal activity. Knock, I'm looking at you. I'm just kidding. Run a business, perform a service, learn a language. Interesting. So, can we... Where does this go into more depth? Specific rules and advice for primary activities are found in the Dungeon Master's Guide on page 128 to 131 and Xanathar's Guide to Everything. Okay, so we need to pull up those books. You must be loved. Oh, God. I don't know who could ever love Tavish. He's such a grumpy old guy. He's getting grumpy. His knees hurt in the morning. His back hurts. He knows when storms are coming. It's just not great right now. You know? Xanathar's got everything. Okay. 128 to 131. And then 123. Okay. More downtime activities. I love you, Tavish. Characters can spend their downtime engaged in a variety of hedonistic activities such as attending parties, binge drinking, gambling, or anything else that helps them cope with the perils they face on their adventures. A carousing character spends money as though maintaining a wealthy lifestyle, which is 30 gold per week. It's not much, actually, compared to how much the party actually has at the moment. At the end of the period spent carousing, the player rolls a percentile die and adds the character's level, and then compares the total to the carousing table to determine what happens to the character you choose. You have a smexy Tavish voice. Oh, girls, I don't even know what you're talking about. I could totally see this as something Nock doing. or maybe Kimura. I mean, I could see it. Everybody, I don't know about Wisp and Vodder. I don't know if they do carousing, but I could maybe see it. You're jailed for 1d4 days at the end of the downtime period on charges of disorderly conduct and disturbing the peace. You can pay a fine of 10 gold to avoid jail time, or you can try to resist arrest. Oh god. You regain consciousness in a strange place with no memory of how you got there, and you've been robbed of 3d6 times 5 GP. You make an enemy. This person, business, or organization is now hostile to you. The DM determines the offended party. You decide how you offended them. I'm loving this. I had a dream about Nock grabbing a corpse and beating a motherfucker with a mother... Oh my god. I could see that. I mean, there's... I could see it. You've been wanting to play D&D? Get on it. You are caught up in a whirlwind romance. Roll a d20. On a 1 to 5, the romance ends badly. On a 6 to 10, the romance ends amicably. On 11 to 12, the romance is ongoing. You determine the identity of the love interest, subject to your DM's approval, of course. If the romance ends badly, you might gain a new flaw. If it ends well or is ongoing, your love interest might represent a new bond. I want that to happen to one of my players now. That'd be hilarious. That would be so hilarious. You earn modest winnings from gambling and recuperate your lifestyle expenses for the time spent carousing. You earn modest winnings from gambling. You recuperate your lifestyle expenses for this time spent and gain 1d20 times 4 gold pieces. You make a small fortune gambling. You recuperate your lifestyle expenses for the time spent carousing and gain 4d6 times 10. Your carousing becomes the stuff of local legend. Yo, okay. Which one of my party members is going to carouse during downtime? This needs to happen. Crafting a magic item is something that we could do. I know that's something that Mora might do. And that's what would be like improving her firearms and whatnot. If she can afford it. We'll see. Running a business, gaining renown, performing sacred rites. I can see Vodder doing this. A pious character can spend time between adventures performing sacred rites in a temple affiliated with a god he or she reveres. Between rites, the character spends time in meditation and prayer. A character who is a priest in the temple can lead these rites, which might include weddings, funerals, and ordinations. A layperson can offer sacrifices in a temple or assist a priest with a rite. A character who spends at least 10 days, I'm just going to say 7 because it's a long rest, performing sacred rites gains inspiration at the start of... gains inspiration at the start of each day for the next 2d6 days. Okay, that's not as great. Inspiration kind of sucks in 5th. Running a business, that would be interesting to see if players do that. Selling magic items, okay. Sure, okay. And then let's see what we got here. Downtime revisited. Creating a rival. Okay. Resolving activities. Okay, complications. Buy a magic item. Carousing, we've done that already. And we'll kind of revisit this more directly when we know what people are going to be doing, what our players are going to be doing, if they even get to it. Because this provides complications and whatnot. Gambling. Mating complications. Religious service. Research. Magic items. Training. Okay. What does rest and relaxation qualify as? Okay, so this has complications on here. So at the end of each week, roll a d10. Let me search rest and relaxation. That actually might be it. I think that's just healing, honestly. Let's see if we can find it. Rest. Well, this is searching. Short rest, ambush, taking a long rest, stress, leveling up. Leveling up in this, you have to find someone to train you. I'm not gonna do that. I don't think, unless my players say they want to. Could be interesting for roleplay, but I'm not gonna do it unless they want to pursue that. So, what? Did I spell relaxation wrong? Let's see, it has to be here somewhere. Because I think rest and relaxation gives you something in addition to your spell slots and whatnot. So your lifestyle has a major impact on your health. Once you complete a long rest, update your maximum hit points and starting hit die to match your lifestyle. Unshuttered has arrived. Hello, Gavin. I hope you're well. It is good to see you. Where is it? Is it up here? Tell a story, play a game, rest or relax in solitude. No, that's not it. Where the back is it? Attribute wounds. For hit points. I'm good. The new second job has me back to my old schedule though. It was nice while it lasted. Oh, bummer. No Thursdays off? That sucks. Bada bing, bada boom. Where is it? Let's see. Okay, I don't need this. I need the index. Maybe I'll tell them I can't work Thursdays. It's against my religion. And what is your religion, Gavin? What is this religion you speak of? Oh, Jesus. H. Macy, Batman. Okay, this is not helping. This is not fucking helping. Because I need to find out what rest and relaxation is. Tell me. Tell me. I can't even see what I'm highlighting over. Okay, this is, I know this stuff. I know this. Okay. Really, Batman? I don't know why I'm saying really Batman. I don't know if Batman has anything to do with this, but... Loving the music? Hell yeah, this is just the calming music we use during the sessions anyway. How's the planning? It's good. We've actually done most of the planning. There wasn't much to prep. So we're just figuring some other like some potential other things out. So it's been good. So relaxation. Okay. That's healing stress. I don't care about stress. Pick a primary activity, rest and relaxation. Okay, I know that. It's not telling me anything. This piece of shit. Dark Darker Dungeon. See if it's in here. Open the grimoire. This is just the PDF, honestly. Yeah, this is quite literally just the I swear to God, there was something about rest and relaxation somewhere. What the hell is that? Is a cool ass picture. I've never seen this picture before. It's a fucking wizard on a flying carpet fighting a red dragon. That is badass. I don't care what you say. Okay. Where in the friggity frack snack is it? That's an owlbear. Oh my God. Why is this so difficult? Oh, Jesus. I wish it told me what some of these are, because it's like, it says specific rules and advice for primary activities are covered in these books. But rest and relaxation is not in those books, unless I'm just blind, which is probably what it is. Honestly, I'm probably just blind. If you guys see it, yell real loud. Just scream at me in text form. All caps. Okay, downtime. Complications. I don't care about complications right now. I need to find rest and relaxation. Is it no, it's not a spell. Maybe I'll just say fuck that one. It's a mechanic, I would assume, because of the way they put it in here, unless they're like, no, I'm just gonna sleep the whole time, which is boring. Sleep. Oh, relaxation. I found it. Thanks, chat. Sometimes the best thing to do between adventures is relax, whether a character wants a hard-earned vacation or needs time to recover from injuries. Relaxation is the ideal option for adventurers who need a break. This option is also ideal for players who don't want to make use of the downtime system. Relaxation requires 1 week. A character needs to maintain at least a modest lifestyle while relaxing to gain the benefit of the activity. Characters who maintain at least a modest lifestyle while relaxing gain several benefits. While relaxing, a character gains advantage on saving throws to recover from long-acting diseases and poisons. In addition, at the end of the week, a character can end one effect that keeps the character from regaining hit points, or can restore one ability score that has been reduced less than its normal value. This benefit cannot be used if the harmful effect was caused by a spell or some other magical effect with an ongoing duration. Relaxation rarely comes with complications. If you want to make life complicated for the characters, introduce an action or an event connected to a rival. Okay, there we go. So we'll just have to see what the players want to do. What we should do is create some rumors. I already have 2 rumors. I think I deleted them off the Discord. A mysterious peddler can be seen from time to time pulling its heart around Hallow. It seems to only appear around midnight. I don't know why I capitalized that. Midnight. Second rumor. What we could do, we could do some rumors within Hallow itself. And I'm willing to take any potential ideas or things like that from people if you guys have any ideas for that stuff. Because I don't want it to be anything necessarily that is like a super big side quest outside of the walls of Hallow. We could do it that way, but I don't know if I want to exactly do that for all of them. Don't mind me while I eat a cookie. A mysterious hound has been seen trolling the grounds of the Hallowed Hall, which is the church thing. So we just need one more. What's something interesting? What is something interesting? Any astronomical weather phenomenon that could be seen from Hallow that people would have like a planet in the sky or comet or even a certain kind of sunset color that means something to the residents? Possibly. The thing about Vedranis and Hallow is that the sky is always like this brackish brown and green or gray. It's always kind of dark and gloomy. And there have been some other phenomena that is directly tied to the story already. So I wouldn't want to, but I don't know if I'd want to put something like that in there just for the sake of confusing my players against actual story stuff. But that's not a terrible idea. I know there's some rumors on here. This might give us some ideas. Some weirdos stealing tombstones from the graveyard. The dead won't like that. There's been a lot of crows around town lately. They ain't fond of clerics, I tells you. Does the moon ever shine through? A little bit. You can't really, you can probably see the light, but you can't actually see, you can't even like actually see the sun or the moon itself necessarily. The crows was already a thing. A young kid went missing while playing out by the well. Best to stay away from that well. It's cursed. Interesting. There's something evil buried beneath the town, and it's taken all my teeth. Well, that's already a thing, too. 2 travelers went missing one night. And old man Murgo's got 2 new scarecrows in his field. That's kind of badass, actually. The new neighbors are friendly, but a little weird, you know. I've never seen them out in the sun. A warlock turned me into a newt. I got better. Yeah, that one is funny. Guards arrested a man the other night for trying to kill his wife. Mad fool thinks she's a changeling. The local lord's birthday is coming up, and there's going to be a huge party. Invite only. You like that one? A warlock turned me into a newt? There's a giant spider out in the woods. Weird thing is, they say she's guarding a little boy. That one would be really cool. We could maybe use that one in the future. I don't know what the butcher is putting in his new sausages, but they're delicious. I can't stop eating. One of the guards was found dead in his bed the other day. He had this awful grin on his face. The butcher one is interesting. That one's pretty, like... I feel like... easily figured out what's going on. I don't know. We can maybe change it. The farmer's kid that got bit by a wolf. You reckon he's gonna turn at the moon? I don't trust that new priest. I actually kind of like the, one of the guards was found dead. I don't know if I want to introduce that, though. Trying to think. Let's look at some of our NPCs that we could maybe sow some rumors about. Not villains, but just these miscellaneous NPCs. So we have Highball's Expedition, which we could do. The Cartographer's Guild, the Reclamation Guild, or the Reclamation Project. Lorne's already got some stuff about him. Vela's part of Highball's expedition. Sky, we've already seen her a little bit. The Smithy would be interesting. The Midnight Peddler, we already did that one. Halloran the Herbologist, that one could be interesting. Father Haldred, Brother Chiron, and Duxon. The Smithy, yeah. Smithy's cool. I like the Midnight Peddler too. I think he's pretty cool. Should we do the Smithy or Halloran the Herbologist as our last rumor? I'm thinking the Blacksmith. I kind of want to introduce the Smithy. Yeah, let's do the Smithy. I make it home in time. What up, Kurt? Aha! There we go. The local smithy is quite unique. They don't seem to care much for people, but the crows sure do like him. I mean, if you're familiar with what's going on there. Maybe. I don't know. Okay, so let's go to NPCs. Let's go to the smithy. So I have some things about the smithy already. So he is a Scourge Azamar. This is going to be very meta stuff for the smithy. So the smithy is gender neutral. They do not have a orientation. So they are they speak in generally speak in rhymes and riddles. Not necessarily riddles, but they have a weird way of talking. Crows like to spend time around them. This is going to be interesting for probably Vaughter. So I don't know if you guys know much about Azamar. I will pull up Azamar for you. Okay, so Azamar bear within their souls the light of the heavens. They are descended from humans with a touch of power of Mount Celestia, the divine realm of many lawful good deities. Azamar are born to serve as champions of the gods, their births held as blessed events. They are a people of otherworldly visages with luminous features that reveal their celestial heritage. So Azamar are touched by some sort of deity or god. Specifically, we have the Scourge Azamar, which is what the smithy is. The smithy does not have a name. So the Scourge Azamar are imbued with a divine energy that emblazons intensely within them. It feeds a powerful desire to destroy evil, a desire that, at its best, unflinching and at its worst, all-consuming. Many Scourge Azamar wear masks to block out the world and focus on containing this power, unmasking themselves only in battle. So, which is why he's wearing the bandages or whatever across his face, their face, is to essentially blot out everything else. They're kind of like, the way I kind of see it is like the Miraluka from Star Wars, where they see with the Force, they're actually blind or whatnot. I kind of see the Scourge Azamar kind of like that in a way. May I ask a question? What was the Fallen Azamar? Yes, sure. So I'll show you all of them. Where is Fallen? An Azamar who has been touched by dark powers as a youth, or who turns to evil in early adulthood, can become one of the Fallen. A group of Azamar whose inner soul has been replaced by a shadow. I think their wings are like Kerrigan-like. Starting at 3rd level, you can use your action to unleash divine energy within yourself, causing your eyes to turn into pools of darkness, and 2 skeletal, ghostly, flightless wings sprout from your back. So that's what they can do, and they do like necrotic damage. Protector Azamar are charged by the powers of good to guard the weak, to strike at evil where it arises, and to stand vigilant against the darkness from a young age. A Protector Azamar receives advice and directives that urge to stand against evil. At 3rd level, you can use your action to unleash the divine energy within yourself, causing your eyes to glimmer, and 2 luminous incorporeal wings to sprout from your back. And then the Scourge Azamar, same thing, divine energy within yourself, causing a searing light to radiate from you, pour out of your eyes and mouth, and threaten to char you. So yeah, they go like, or whatever, you know. So that's what the smithy is as a Scourge Azamar. To put it bluntly, he is a, like, I don't want to make like a Jesus analogy, but they are essentially a progeny of all the lost gods. Praise Jeebus. So they're directly tied to all of the lost gods in some way. They obviously definitely hide that fact. They can make divine weapons, is what they do. Or they can make magic or like divine weapons. No, it's 100% a playable race. Yeah, these are 100% a playable race. Critical Role. In Critical Role, the campaign 2, Ashley Johnson's character. Why can't I remember the name of the character? Someone give me the name of Ashley's character. She is a, I think she's a no, she's a Fallen Asmar, I believe. Magical weapons, you had my interest, now you have my attention. And divine weapons. What is it? Fuck! Is it Yara? What is it? I'm so close. I'm so close. Mighty 9. Google, hurry. Yasha, that's it. Jesus. Yeah, thank you, Kurt. God, I'm on like episode 30, okay? I haven't watched that. I haven't watched that campaign very much. I love Ashley Johnson, by the way. I mean, every one of those people are just amazing people. But yeah. So yeah, but I look at the picture. The problem is I'm usually pretty good about, you know, gender neutral characters and whatnot, saying they or their proper pronouns. But I look at the picture and I say he. So that's my bad. They them. Make magical weapons, but will send on a quest for specific items or ingredients. So they can't just make the items necessarily. They would need an item or a ingredient or something to actually make those items, to make those weapons magical and whatnot. But this is a way for players to have someone help them get those magical items that they want, like some of the custom ones, some things like that, as well as pursue a little bit of story of the smithy, who they are, what happened to him, and things like that. They are one of 3 citizens of Hallow who are originally from Vedranis. Lorne, Sky, and the Smithy. So the thing about that is, obviously we've seen Lorne. He's kind of forgetful. His memories aren't quite there. He says he's lost his memories in Vedranis, yada, yada, yada. Sky is very lackadaisical, airheaded, things like that. The Smithy seems to have no ill effects or anything like that of being originally from Vedranis, which it should hopefully be interesting to all the players and to everybody else. That's the hope, right? Is that they should be doing that. So the interesting thing about the Smithy is they are not inherently religious. Being the progeny, having the blood of the lost gods, which are obviously deities, they're not inherently religious. To the point, they're not anti-religion, but they're not religious. Because if you think about it, if you were a god, you wouldn't necessarily be religious in believing in something, right? Because you are the thing that is being believed in, if that makes sense. So yeah, exactly. It doesn't hold the same reverence as it does because that's them in a way. Though they tried to hide it, they don't, things like that. So they try to. The question of God, do gods have faith? Exactly. And I think that would be an interesting parallel with this Asmar, with the Smithy, to kind of explore, especially with characters like Vodder, for example. I think Vodder and Wisp, and to a minor extent Kimura, could have really interesting conversations with this people. And I'd say Nock too, but I'm not sure on Nock's belief system very much. But more of those characters, because it would almost, I can see it kind of going against Vodder's beliefs of the Smithy, like kind of the story of the Smithy. It might fall a little bit in line with Wisp in a way. And then with Kimura, it would be interesting to see, because we haven't really seen much of Kimura's backstory, but there is something pertaining potentially to that I'm not going to reveal, because that's up to Isla to reveal later on. So Nock believes in his axe and glory. He's a Klingon. I can kind of see that. I can see that for sure. So he believes in Ketelet. Isn't there actually within 5e? What is that? I don't even know. Shows you what kind of dungeon master. Oh, bath level. Is that a thing? Can I search for that? Oh, it's a Klingon weapon. You fucking nerds. You fucking nerds. What are you guys doing here? I'm just kidding. I think I've seen it. Not shopping. I don't want to buy one. I know a couple people who might buy one if they don't have one already. Okay, yeah. Those don't seem functional at all. Those seem so unwieldy. There's a dude on YouTube who actually shows how to fight with it. It's actually pretty cool. Worf would disagree. Yeah, I don't think, what does Korg say? Yeah, it doesn't seem super functional unless you were fighting 3 vampires huddled together. Anyway. That's exactly what Doug used to say. Yeah, okay. Honestly, I think we've got like a good amount. I mean, that's a lot of notes right there, to be perfectly honest. A lot of the next session is going to be very determined. Is going to be heavily determined by what the party decides to do. Is it going to be a very moral question of what the party does? And so I'm really excited to see what they actually choose to do. So, Bork says there is no profit in war. 173 of the acquisition. Jesus Christ, you guys. Jesus Christ. I'm just kidding. But yeah, I guess I need to we need to title the episode. We need to title the session. Got a bunch of Trekkies in here, chat. What are the options? I can title it whatever the hell I want. Minna. I like them both equally, that's fair. I actually, so here's the thing. I actually really like the newer Star Trek movies. I enjoyed Voyager. I watched it when I was a kid. I enjoyed it for what it was. I'm not a huge Trek fan. They're all right. I mainly watched it for Chris Pine, because why the fuck wouldn't you, right? Anyway, Star Wars is better. Enough said. Though, I mean, Disney is doing a pretty shite job. They're doing better. Praise be to our Lord and Savior, Dave Filoni, yada, yada, yada. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, the show title. What are we gonna name the episode, chat? What shall we name the episode? Session 1 was Welcome to Vedranis. Session 2 was To Catch a Bug. I don't think we actually named it that because they didn't. No, it was Into the Old Croak Market. I'm gonna pull up YouTube. I'm gonna pull it up on my other page just because I need to hop over to like YouTube Studio. Switch account. If you guys aren't subscribed to the IRP YouTube, what are you doing? Go subscribe. Show us some love. We've got 105 followers, but 7 subscribers on YouTube. So, is this the episode where you're introducing all the rumors? Could name it something whimsical? No, so not necessarily. So the episode, so the rumors are all downtime things. So when they're resting, it's not the main point of the episode. So episode 1, Welcome to Vedranis. Episode 2, Journey to the Old Croak Market. Episode 3, Doctors, Crows, and Consequences. Episode 4, Not All Who Wander Are Lost. Episode 5, Dream a Little Dream. And then episode 6, The Curator of Dreams. I can't believe we're on session 7. Holy shit, you guys. We've done 7 sessions. We've played for almost 2 months. Oh my god. That's just amazing. That's just amazing. Following the breadcrumbs. Not terrible. I want something to do with like consequences, like moral, like morality. I don't know. Where is my IRP thing? I need to see if the ACN finished the thumbnail for episode. whatever. I might just do that while I'm sick. Public. Reference. No, it's not reference. Team? Banner ad. Video thumbnails. There we go. I don't think it's done yet. I think ACM was working on it. Would you like to see the Lord Walden art that we got done? Should we show off Gavin's fucking beautiful art? I think we should. You guys will be the first to see it. So this is Lord Walden. So there you go. Everybody give some loves and hearts to Gavin, to Unshuttered, because holy shit, his art's amazing. So yeah, this is Lord Walden. So he looks like the prissy, stuck-up version of Gaston. No one. Never mind. It's amazing. So, I'll figure out an episode name, a little bit later. It's not super important at the moment. I'll probably just figure it out the day of, to be perfectly honest. So, but I think a moral compass and a lightning storm. Not a bad one. Not a bad one. We'll see. We'll see. I think I'm going to end it there, guys. I know it was a little bit shorter of a prep episode, but we didn't have a whole lot to prep. So hopefully that just means it's going to be even a more exciting episode because, goddamn, our cast is amazing, by the way. Holy shit. They do so good. I love our cast. I love our players. I love everybody. I love all of you. So, like I said, if you guys aren't following anybody from Derek's Raid, if you're not following IRP, make sure you're following. We do Behind the Screen, which is this episode every Tuesdays, where we prep for Lost City of Vedranis, which is our D&D 5th edition campaign that we run on Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. I have to convert time zones while I'm talking. And it's amazing. We also have a few more things along the way. I'll say that. We can't announce anything yet, but we've got some stuff in the works for you guys. We got some stuff in the works. You already am. It's fair. But yeah. Thank you guys for hanging out. Like I said, follow, join the Discord, do the YouTube, all that shit. I'm Lakuna, LakunaRP. You can find me at LakunaRP and all that stuff. I play Wild RP. I play Davish Black, the greatest Scot to ever live in the crossing. Just kidding. That's not exactly true. It's partially true, probably true, but you won't ever hear me say that. So yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out tonight. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and yeah, we will see you guys on Thursday. Have a wonderful night. Stay true to yourself, love yourself, and we'll catch you next time. Bye.